Hello, Just Too Good here. Today I'm taking a look at the LEGO Movie 2 Battle Ready Batman and MetalBeard set with 168 pieces, 3 minifigures, and it retails for $20 in the United States. So I have to start out with Batman, and this version comes in Apocalypseburg as well, which that design is like, what, $300, $350? So it's nice to get him in a cheap set that's only $20 because this shoulder pad piece, which is exclusive to those two sets, is incredible. The shoulder pads themselves are hard plastic, and then these tires up here are rubber, just like the material they'll use for Lego tires. So detailed and so well done. I just love the idea behind this, and I love the execution. But if you want to remove that elaborate shoulder pad piece, there's some great detailing as well, with a new printed torso, some new legs. His utility belt comes in again from the Lego Batman movie. We have 2 batarangs as accessories. This cape, which I haven't seen this design before, it is the newer fabric, so it's very easy to mess around with. We have some back torso printing, and his face print underneath. He has a more stern face, and then at the front, he looks like he's about to question something. Next minifigure is Maddox, and the design of this has a new torso and legs. Faces from Ninjago movie sets. I like the shoulder pad piece as well, and he does have some back torso printing. Maddox also has a spear as an accessory. And I guess we gotta move to the build now because MetalBeard is a build figure. Sorry, I know it doesn't make much sense, but it's just awkward calling him a buildable figure after the Star Wars ones passed away. But the design of this it's very wacky, very crazy, very overdone, just like the Lego movie line's supposed to be. It's supposed to be hilarious, and it is very funny. But one thing I don't like is that the weight of the top of the build weighs it down so that it doesn't always stand up straight with all these different leg replacements. I mean, it is a very top-heavy build. There's a crow's nest at the top, and where his head's at has his internal organs, which is basically like an organ build with a chest in the middle, and you could adjust these little organ parts right here and move them up and down. You could also see them as cannons if you'd like, and you could open up the chest if you move this crow's nest, which you can, and inside there's a sausage and a bone. That's his internal organs. There's a printed 1x1 little piece right there. You have, of course, that classic MetalBeard piece, which connects via 1x2 plate. And this crow's nest right here can be adjusted since it is on a miniature ball joint, and that's how I moved it back before. There's these 2 hooks for hands that you could rotate since they're on miniature ball joints. And unfortunately, I thought you could rotate the whole body, but you can't. But for those ridiculous legs, there's 1 peg leg, there's 1 saw blade leg, and then 3 scimitar legs, which is actually nice getting a lot of the scimitar piece. I haven't seen that frequently since Fantasy Era Castle. And those could be adjusted since they're clipped onto the base. Some of them even have 2 points of movement. For example, the saw blade right there. You could rotate the scimitar legs if you'd want. You could move them up and down. And that's how you get your positions. But I just kind of face the fact that, like, every time I put it standing up, it always slopes a little bit or it just collapses. So I don't know. I wish those were a little bit more sturdy. There you go. You see it's sloping a little bit. I can't stand it up just straight up. It will always push down a bit. There's this little arm that's not even a leg. It's just holding a blade. It's, again, very funny build, but I just wish they fixed it and made it more sturdy. There you go. That one's standing up a little bit straight. So here is Batman's throne, and I don't know, it just doesn't look complete. It looks like they really rushed this build out, where they use this small, ugly rock piece. That's what other people dub, but I actually do like those, as the base. And that's really the first time where I've seen that small, ugly rock piece used as a way just for filler. They didn't want to use too many pieces for the base, so they just plopped that in there. Then you have these 2 brick-built designs which hold 2 batarangs, these big wings, and a throne that fits 1 person, which just uses 2 1x2 jumpers, 2 katanas, and the "You're Welcome" sign up top, which is a new print, is very confusing. Why does Batman have a sign that says "You're Welcome" at the back of his throne? I guess we're gonna have to find out in the movie. But it is, again, 2x4 exclusive print, and you could trigger it by moving this little part right here, which I don't know, I thought it would be a more elaborate play feature, maybe turning something in the front, but it's very hands-on and not clever in my opinion. And there's a sign moving from the front. And finally, there's this little star right here, which is the same one from the Sistar Starship, using that new base piece that has one stud on it, where you attach this 2x2 tile with the printed face on it. But that's it. Let's take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict. The box is that $20 square box with some designs at the back. As for the instructions, no advertisements, unfortunately. So this is a really weird set. In some ways it's a good weird, other ways it's a bad weird. A good weird is the design of MetalBeard, which he looks very weird in his crab form, but it's a cool kind of weird. I just don't like how the legs seem to be very unsturdy because the top is so heavy it makes it collapse a bit and just doesn't end up working straight up. The design for Batman's throne is a bad weird because it looks like a mesh of different things and it doesn't seem like they spent too much time with it. You would think that play feature would be more elaborate than just you moving it yourself, but it isn't. It's just literally you moving the sign yourself. The big bat wings clash with the bottom rock designs where it looks like it's all using too many little pieces. It feels like it's just such a side build. I don't know why they spent so much time making it such a big side build. It's hard to explain why I don't like it, but I just don't like that throne build. It is nice to get the printed "You're welcome" sign. I do want to see the context of that in the movie. The minifigures themselves are good as well. I like Maddox. It's another way to get MetalBeard, even though he does come in that poly bag, but I recognize that the poly bag isn't available to everybody, so in most ways this is going to be the way that people get a cheap MetalBeard. That Batman minifigure is awesome for that shoulder pad piece. I love just how they produced that piece. So of all I consider, I'd give this one a C. I think it's not really the strongest $20 set. Introducing the Queen set is probably much better in its build, but I haven't built it yet. And there are some cool figures to get adults in, but the builds just are kind of rushed out, it feels like, because of the sturdiness for MetalBeard and just how crazy that Batman throne is. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.